Last year, your girl tried to make new friendships. In fact, I set it as one of my goals, which I put on my vision board, to make one deep and close friendship last year. And trust me, with anything that comes with relationships, friendships, getting to meet new people, there's some form of uncertainty. And what that means is that you get to learn a lot of lessons from these experiences. So in this video, I'm sharing with you on how to make adult friendships in the year 2024. If you want to make new friends, watch this video. If you don't watch this video to the end, don't make new friends this year. So number one is be friendly, be friendly, be friendly. So very random, right? We had this girls' conference in church, and I was on the planning committee, and we're just talking about our friendship woes and how to build friendships. And I was telling the people who were there that, that I haven't had new friendships since, like, for a very long time, right? Aside the friends that I've met at work and people that I met in school, I don't really have any new friends. And I said, I really want to have new friends because number one, there was the distance thing between us. Most of my friends are in other parts of the world. And there's just something about life happening to you that whilst there's technology, you just need somebody that is also within the same city as you, or I desire that kind of relationship, right? And I was telling them that I haven't made any friends because I just feel like it's just so difficult. Like, how do you even go about it? Like, how do you know who to trust? At least if you made friends while you were in school, you probably had 4 years, 6 years to get to know the person. I know a number of us dumped friends or had broken friendships whilst we were in school because you had a long time to determine, is this person worth being my friend, or is this relationship worth the while, right? But with adult friendships, it's like you can't really tell. You don't even. And I was just like, God, I'm about to blow, so I need friends that will come before I blow. You get it? You feel me? So I was just like, now that I'm about to blow, I need friends that will love me for me. They will see me in my ghetto period and be like, girl, I love you. So when I get the billions, I know that you love me for me. And I was just so scared for many reasons. And this scripture was said to me: a man that had friends must show himself friendly. And there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. But it's the first part. If you want to have friends, you have to first be friendly. And that's my first tip. You want to make new friends. You feel like you're doing life alone. You feel like your friends, your close friends are miles away from you. You guys, you need someone who is maybe either closer, or it doesn't matter. Like, the person can even be miles away from you, but still you want to foster new friendships. First, be friendly. I didn't realize that I wasn't being friendly. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me explain. So when I meet people, I'm friendly. Like, I'm not stuck up. I don't act like I'm mean. I have a smiley face. But friendly in the sense of being willing and open to foster friendships. So someone says, oh, I'll call you during the week. And then you call me, I probably call back. You text me, I probably text you back like 2 days later. That's not me being friendly. And when I heard that, I'm like, I think I've actually not been friendly enough. And so I upped my friendly game and I started being more open to connections. If you say, oh, can we hang out? This is my first instinct to be, I'm sorry, I have work. I'm busy during the week. I'm like, okay, I will make out time. I even had one date on a Wednesday. Like, I've gone on friendship dates that weren't convenient for me, right? So if you want to make friends in this new year, or whatever year you're watching this video in, first be friendly, be open. You want it, so be open in your mind to the idea. Another thing I learned to do is to trust my instincts. Trust your instincts. Read the signs. Read the room, guys. Some people are not okay. I promise you. You see all these people you are seeing online, you feel like, oh my God, this person really loves God. It's a lie. I remember one time I went somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where I went to. But it was a Christian gathering. And I was just like, oh, great, let's connect. By the time I connected with this person on social platforms, I realized that not all things that present themselves are actually as they seem. You guys, trust your instincts, read the signs. If somebody proves to be dishonest, someone proves to be a liar, someone proves to be, I don't know, just trust it. Don't overlook it. I mean, we're too old to start pretending like we like something and we don't like it, right? So if you just sense, or maybe you sense a resistance, you're trying to be friendly and the other person is like, I don't really care about this relationship, drop it. Maybe it's not just the right time, right? Read the room. If both of you are not giving the same energy to that same relationship, you need to find other ways to make it work. Or maybe it's your cue to drop it. Maybe one day Some other time, you guys can come back and pick up where you left off. But read the room, read the signs, trust your instincts. If you feel like you're chasing this person, my sister, my brother, drop it and come back another day. So trust your instincts. The next point I'm going to share with you is I want to even ask, how many of you have core values as a person? Do you have things that mean the most to you, that, values that guide your life? For instance, if one of the values that guide your life is integrity, that means that you cannot be close friends with someone who does internet fraud. You know the person does internet fraud. That person is obviously cheating. The person doesn't have integrity. Know your core values. Know whether the person shares at least 80% of your core values, because especially when you want to foster close friendships, it gets deeper than having a nice time. There are times where life happens and you need quality advice. Imagine at the point where you need help and maybe you're at rock bottom, and then your friend, your trusted friend, is telling you, come, let's do money rituals, right? And that's because maybe you enjoyed the vibe, you enjoyed the friendship while it lasted, but you forgot that there are things that are core to you. There are values that you hold dearly. How about your walk with God? Does this person always give you suggestions or opinions that are outside the word of God? This person is the first person to say, he broke your heart. Please don't take it seriously. Live life, man. Just see, take it. Don't have a rebound boyfriend. Just live your life and be with anybody you want to be. Be mindful of the kind of advice you receive and be mindful of how you receive them, because they are not aligned with your core values. So my next tip is invest in the relationship, especially when you're forming and fostering relationships with the same gender, right? There's this tendency to take it for granted, to be like, oh, I have my other relationship, which is my intimate relationship, and so I don't really give my best into my other form of relationships. No, don't do that. For anybody or any group of people to be intimate, they must share something. You either share a connection, you share a gift, people share their bodies, people share their monies, people share a ton of things that make you feel connected to the person. Now, what that does is that you are investing so much to the part that you guys share even much more than you shared when you started your friendship. And so that ties you together. There are multiple ways you can invest in a relationship. You can make out time to be there for them. Maybe they're having their child 1-year-old birthday party and it's clashing with something, and you're going the extra mile to say, look, I have this event, but I'm going to be here for you, or I can't make it for this event, I'm going to gift you this thing, or how can I help you out? Oh, we're going to plan our year. I know you have a lot of dreams for the year. How can we? I'm great at strategic planning. How can I help you plan out your year in a way that is easy for you to implement your goals? Invest your time, invest your money, invest your resources, invest your prayers. I remember fostering one particular relationship, and I was just praying to God. I was telling God that, Lord, please help me to nurture this friendship with wisdom, right? Because I knew that person was a very sensitive person, and it takes wisdom to be able to deal with that person in understanding. I was just like, God, give me the wisdom to help me foster this relationship and be understanding, right? Understand their mood swings, understand their shortcomings and stuff like that. So you need to invest your prayers. Please don't take it for granted. Pray for your friends, pray for their health, their family, pray for them and pray with them. Another tip I learned, right, in trying to build adult friendships is don't be scared to move on. If you're like me that hasn't had a ton of friends, like I'm someone who picks my friends, right? And because of that, I've had very long-term friendships. And with long-term friendships come the feeling of being loyal, of feeling attached to that person, despite the fact that both of you or the group have drifted apart. I've said this on this channel multiple times. It's a quote that Bishop Oyedepo taught us in school while we were at Covenant University, which says 20 friends cannot play for 20 years. And that's just a rule of life. So I've come to the point where I understand that I love you. We were once very, very close friends, maybe best friends. But now our values don't align. We're on different trajectories in life, on different life paths. And that's fine. But do I still love you? Yes. Will I show up for you? Yes. It's your birthday. Am I going to gift you? Yes. But are we that close? No. So don't be afraid to move on. Don't be afraid to embrace the new reality. Right? Especially when people are asking questions like, oh, I thought this person was very close to you. Yes, she was very close to me. She's still very dear to me. But we are not as close as we used to be. One thing that happened for me in the past was that I kept on holding on to this friendships or these titles or these relationships that I was unconsciously warding off new ones, because it felt like if I had a new friend, I was trying to replace the old one. But it doesn't have to work like that, right? All of you can even become a community of friends. But the most important thing is allow yourself to live, enjoy the help and the gifts of friendships of people that God has given to you in the moment. So don't be afraid to move on. It's life. It's not that you're a bad person, neither is it that the other person is bad or you're disloyal. It's just that life has happened. And I believe that if you're truly someone's friend, you would really want them to live their best life. Except where things are not clear between both of you and it feels like one person has detach from the other person without being clear on why they did that. Please, if you ever have to end any friendship, be open about it and say, okay, look, this is why I think that we should both call it. We should both go our separate ways. No hard feelings, and then you end it. But if you feel like, oh, we are cool, like there's some friends that you have, they're like family. Your family knows them, you know them. They're not bad people. But life has happened. They've made new friends. They've made new connections. You've made new friends, made new connections. We are still family. So allow that friendship go into family. For instance, you can't change your family. You guys may not talk every day or every month. But your cousin in Canada is still your cousin. And she can call you for her wedding and ask you to buy Ashwebi and pick money her wedding. And you're going to show up. So just rethink the way you look at friendships and don't be so rigid in the way you embrace and foster new friendships. And then my final tip, of course, is understand the nature of friendships you're about to form and let that foundation guide your relationship and your interactions throughout the friendship. For instance, I believe in multi-level friendships. So friendship upwards, friendship on the same level, and friendship downwards, right? So people who are learning from me, people who are my peers, and people who I look up to, right? And I understand how to foster and nurture those relationships. There's a kind of tone of voice I wouldn't use for my senior friend. There's a kind of tone of voice I wouldn't use for my peer. There's a kind of honor and respect I would accord to my peer and the kind of honor and respect I would accord to my senior friends, right?
Hi guys, so no, I'm not crying. Whilst I was editing this video, I realized that I lost the latter part of this recording, and so I'm just gonna wrap up real quick with an audio. So what I was saying was that you have to understand the nature of the friendship and determine it from the beginning so that you avoid heartbreak or failed or unmet expectations. For instance, decide if this person is an acquaintance, a close friend, a friend. You determine what access you want to give them to your family. Do I trust this person enough to be close to my family? Do I trust them enough with my secrets? Determine the depth of the friendship and let that guide the way you interact, because one of the things that are very hurtful is when you feel like you've let people in and they betray that trust. So you want to be able to determine the nature and the depth of the friendship before then going ahead with it, and let that decision guide your interactions throughout the friendship. So I hope this helps. I'm so happy to be speaking with you again on a topic that I, for one, experienced myself last year, and I'm looking forward to many more friendships in the coming years and to also nurturing the ones that God has given to me. If you've listened to this point or watched to this point, then you are the real MVP, and I'm so grateful for you. Do me a favor, leave me a comment to say, look, I watched till the end and I enjoyed this. Please share any more tips you have on making adult friendships, and we'll see in my next video. Bye bye.